Good morning, everybody, and good morning to the world. This is the very first episode in a series of sorts that I am going to start called On the Way to Success. Fitting, as I am on the way to work right now. Whoever this may be for, I can tell you it's not for the snowflakes and it is not for the faint of heart. And I'm hoping that it's for the millennials. Me. This guy. People our age. If you haven't noticed, people don't like us very much. We kind of suck. And if nobody's noticed or even taken a guess to why that may be, I've got a few. Starting with the fact that we are just pissed off all the time. We're angry. We're mad. What are we mad about? We're mad about not getting paid enough at our jobs that we're barely qualified for. We're mad about not having everything handed to us like our parents have been doing all our lives because they were the first generation to actually have some success. We're mad that we have to follow the rules, and when we don't, we face the same consequences as everybody else. We're mad because we feel like life isn't fair. Oh, if I hear that one more time, I think I might just shoot my ears out. I'm here to tell you folks, I'm 23 years old and I may not know much about anything, but I do know a couple things about fairness, and that there is none in the world at all. So I mean, that's not even a reason to be pissed, guys. I mean, we're getting on everybody's nerves, as us being millennials, and I can tell that from my occupation, selling cars at Bowling Green Chevy. All I see all day long are generation, X, Y, and Z, and nobody's really for the millennials. I can tell you that we're making them mad. They see everything that we've been given. It's still not enough for us. And I mean, I'm not going to even go as far as saying that millennials are the only problem on this planet, because that is absolutely not true. I think everybody, more and more each day, is becoming more and more entitled to what they think they are owed. Just because, I mean, with the technology in the world, with everything going on as far as that is concerned, everybody's just feeling like everything should be done for them, and I don't believe that that's the way that things should be. And don't worry, I'm guilty of it myself. Don't believe that I'm not. But I think that the first video of a video series called On the Way to Success should cover the very first point of how I believe you obtain success. And that is, first of all, putting all of your wants, your desires, your transgressions, or not transgressions, I don't even know what that word means. Anywho, putting all of your wants and all of your desires first. And then, number two, realizing that nobody owes you any of those wants or any of those desires, and that for 99.95% of us, they're not going to come easy. And so what does that mean? That means that 98.5% of us aren't going to get there, right? That's why they call them the one percenters for a reason. Everybody wants to be a one percenter. The one percenters are the people that have obtained and can consistently perform at a high level with their wants and their desires. So why is it that the 98.5% can't get there? There's a couple theories on, why that may be. Number one is we settle, guys. We get to a point in our lives where we're just tired of getting beat up. We're tired of losing. We're tired of people telling us no, and we look around and we're happy enough with where we're at. We're making enough money. We're working just hard enough at a job to not get fired, that we like just enough not to quit. And for a lot of us, that's the way it goes until we die. Well, not I, says the fly. For those of you out there who I believe are like me and would like to obtain all of their wants and all of their desires and absolutely have 0% of error margins, you can't ever give up, guys. Life is going to beat you down, and then when you get up, it's going to beat you down some more. And like my buddy Les Brown said, when you get knocked down, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. And I firmly believe those words. And I believe you should too. So what have we covered thus far? Number 1, millennials are pissed off. Number 2, nobody knows why. Number 3, you got to put your wants and your desires first, no matter who you are. Number 4, you can't settle. Okay, well, let's revert back to our first point. Millennials are pissed off. Well, that's good. It's good to get pissed. It's good to get mad. It's good to get angry. You can use that. You can channel that anger into energy, into positive energy. And that is extremely difficult to do, especially when you got folks out here, idiots running around saying, well, I've always been this way. I've always been angry. I've always had anger issues. I've always been this. I've always been that. I've always done it this way. I've always done shit. That don't make any sense at all, okay? For years and years and years, they always used candles. They've always used candles. Do you know what life would be like if somebody just accepted the fact that we'll always use candles? We'd still be using candles. I wouldn't even be holding a cell phone right now. That is a stupid way to look at life, and we should never, ever, ever speak that into our reality. I've always done that. I guarantee you, for those of you who are bad at names and say that, oh, I've always been bad at names, I'm always terrible with names, I guarantee you 100% you will forget the next name that you hear. Because you've spoken that into your reality, folks. We can't be doing that anymore. Our number one enemy lies within. If we have no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. At all. So that's what we got to look at first, guys. We got to look within ourselves. We got to really reflect on what it is that we want and what it is that we desire. And then we got to just go get it. And we got to fight, and we got to fight, and we got to fight until we do get it. And then we're going to lose it, and we're going to have to go get it again. Life ain't sunshine and rainbows, although it could be. And that's what you got to look at. Another reason that reverts back to why I believe that millennials and everybody else is just generally pissed and angry and mad is because they haven't obtained what they want yet. I'm one of them. I have not yet obtained what I want. And that's, I think, another lie they tell us in this world, or that we believe in this world, is that we can't be happy until blank. And that's not true. And it can't be true, or else we'll never be happy. We have to realize that we have to be happy with what we have now and where we are at now, or else we will never be happy when we get to what we want, or what we think we want, or where we think we need to go, because we have just ingrained a traditional unhappiness and unsatisfiedness with our brain. We can't be doing that. The time to be happy and the time to enjoy life is now. Okay? We're always going to have problems. Just because you get what you want and you get what you desire does not mean that you don't have problems. There will be a reason to be unhappy. There will always, always, always be a reason to be unhappy. Jeff Bezos has a reason to be unhappy. Bill Gates has a reason to be unhappy. Now, whether those people are or not are entirely up to them, and it has nothing to do with money. What helps me, and I hope maybe that helps you, if for those of you who may, say, I think he might be onto something. This idiot talks and rambles a lot about a bunch of crazy shit, but I think that he may be onto something as far as enjoying life now. How do I do that? Well, here's what I do. When you get up in the morning, say thank you for everything you have to be thankful for, and if you say that you don't have anything to be thankful for, there's your first problem, because you do. It can always be worse. Let me tell you, it can always be worse. And if for the 95% of you that are listening to this broadcast at all, you are insanely lucky and you have no idea. Couple examples of the things I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that I live in the United States of America, where I can wake up every single morning and go to work, go to my job, where every person, whether you're a male, female, gay, straight, transgender, whatever, is treated fairly in the same way for the most part, compared to other countries especially. I'm thankful that I'm alive. For one reason, I'm thankful that I'm even in this car on my way to work, because some people don't even have a car to get to work, and some people don't even have a job if they did have a car to get to work. And for that, I'm thankful. What you think to be the small things should be your foundation of gratitude, is what I like to call it. Anyone with a foundation of gratitude will enjoy their life and will be happy in whatever they do. If you are happy with what you have now, you will always be happy with what you get later. If you are unhappy with what you have now, you will always be unhappy with what you receive later. I'm going to steal another quote here from a few speeches I've heard. Heard a few people say it. I don't know who said it first, but it's 100% true. If you do what is easy, life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. Again, reverting back to why I believe millennials and other people are pissed, generally upset with their lives, because they want it easy. And you can have it easy. The world will give it to you easy. But life will be hard when you make those easy decisions. And a lot of people are making those easy decisions. The decision, to not succeed just to live. The decision to not better yourself. The decision to stay at a job that you hate going to. The decision to stay at the educational level that you're at. The decision to stay in whatever unhappy situation you may be in. That's easy to make that decision. And because it's easy to make that decision, your life is often hard on the flip side. But think of the things that are super hard to do, guys. Things like go back to school after you should have. When you should have your degree, go back to school and go get it. That's hard. Quit a job that you know is stable because you hate it, and go find yourself something different. Go find yourself something that you're passionate about. Find yourself something that when you wake up in the morning, you're excited to go to work. That's a hard decision. And I don't even have any kids. I can only imagine what it may be with those. What's another one? It's hard to get up in the morning and go to the Y. It's hard to get up in the early morning or go after work when you're tired and done with work, to go to the Y to better yourself in the weight room or to get some cardio in. That's hard. But what that does for you is make it easier to get up the stairs during your day. Again, which we're talking about easy life. Small examples of a greater idea. You get what I'm saying. Just simple ways for us to enjoy life now and not wait for whatever we're waiting for. I believe I've rambled and scrambled and run through enough of your guys' time. It's been 15 minutes and I'm almost at work, which means I'm on my way to success. And I'll leave you the way that I will always leave you in these videos, with my favorite quote and a Bible verse. That quote is, "Find what makes you come alive, because what the world needs is more people who have come alive." Think about that one. Take it to your heart. Bible verse, Deuteronomy 31:6. Got to go with it. It's tattooed on my body. It says, "Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you, will never leave you, nor forsake you." And you can take that one to the bank. He'll never leave you, nor forsake you. Until next time, folks, this is Alex with On Your Way to Success, Part 1.